Morning everyone. So if you can remember, for the last 2 days we have been working on some information about Queen Elizabeth II. We started with interesting facts about her 2 days ago, and then yesterday I did a little traditional tale kind of story on her life, and then I told you that today I would try and do a little bit of a script on her. So I've turned this into an interview kind of script, and I have roped in a news reporter to help me out. So he's come and he's going to interview the Queen for you. 2 seconds. Well, hello, my name is Dermot Murnaghan. You may have seen me on the television a few times. I'm normally seen in the evening and at lunchtime when you're at school and I interview the people. Today, I will be interviewing none other than the Queen! Way! So, let us begin. Where shall I start? Well, Your Majesty, it is great to have you here in the building. Thank you so much for interviewing with us today. Mr. Murnaghan, that is indeed my great pleasure. But I'm so interested to learn everything there is to know about me and what you found out. So, where shall we begin? Well, actually, why don't we begin with how many birthdays do I get? Do you know how many birthdays I get in a year? Why, I do. You get 2. You get 1 in April and 1 in June. And your actual birthday, though, is in April the 21st, I think it is. Is that right? Why, yes, Mr. Murnaghan, that is absolutely correct. You are indeed spot on. My birthday is April the 21st. Indeed, I'm currently 94 years old. I celebrate my birthday with banquets and garden parties if the weather is nice. Otherwise, we have to bring them inside because it just gets too rainy and too wet. We have changing of the guards at Buckingham Palace to celebrate my birthday. It's such a fantastic ceremony. And in June, we also have something called the Trooping of the Colour, where all of my soldiers march out from Horse Guards Parade and parade around in front of me. It gets very hot on sunny days, but it is well worth watching. I do enjoy it, especially seeing everyone kitted out in their gear. It takes months and months of shining their equipment. Everything has to be shiny and glistening for me. It is amazing to watch. Do you know the song, They're Changing the Guards at Buckingham Palace? Christopher Robin came down with Alice. It's one of my favourite songs. Oh, Buckingham Palace. Well, can you tell me all about Buckingham Palace? Let me think. Is it true that it has 175 rooms? It's a national treasure, but it started out as just a small house, did it not? That's right. It has 19 staterooms. Let me read off the list. 52 royal and guest bedrooms, 188 bedrooms used by staff, 188, 92 offices, and 78 bathrooms. 78 bathrooms? That's more bathrooms than for the month. That means they don't need cleaning once a week. That's a lot of bathrooms. You may think that it is a gigantic house, but it's actually my home. My lovely home. But it's not your only home, though, is it? You've got something else. Ah, yes, my beloved castle, Windsor Castle. I absolutely adore Windsor Castle, but not just Windsor Castle. I have another one up in Scotland. I love Scotland. Such a beautiful place. The birthplace of my mother, also the Queen Mother, who I'm named after, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. That's in Balmoral, and I love it up there. I love to go walking in the woods with my dogs. That is called Balmoral, did I say? I'm not quite sure. And then I have a house in Norfolk that I spend my Christmases with my family. Oh, yes, your family. That's right. You have your husband, Prince Philip. He's from Greece. And your four... Ah, yes, I have 4 children. Prince Charles, who will one day be king. Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and my youngest son, Prince Edward. Then you have so many grandchildren and great-grandchildren that it is impossible for me to list them all right now. We would run out of time. But with all of those children and great-grandchildren and grandchildren, you've had so many royal weddings. Weddings this year and last year. So many. Oh, I do so love a royal wedding. There's so many people to invite, and it's just so much fun seeing the young ones full of life. They either have them at Westminster Abbey, St. Paul's. Obviously, Prince William, when he married Catherine, that was held at Westminster Abbey. No, I'm getting so confused. St. Paul's Cathedral, because, rightfully so, he is heir to the throne, and that is why he is allowed to marry at St. Paul's Cathedral. That is the only time when it is the heir to the throne that they can get married there. Otherwise, it takes place at Westminster Abbey, or you can get married at the chapel at my castle, at Windsor Castle, if you would prefer a more private affair. But it's just lovely to see the youth getting married, pledging to be with one another, and all of the public come out and celebrate with each other and join in and have such fun. But that wasn't all my family, because obviously for me to be queen, my father was king, and he was George VI. He wasn't supposed to be king. He was made king because his brother decided not to be king and stepped down from his royal duties. So my father had to step in. Yes, that's right. He stepped into the throne on a job that he wasn't really, he didn't really want, that's true. But that meant that you couldn't do what you wanted to do. You had wanted to go to school, but now you had to learn and have all your lessons at home. And I'm right in thinking that one of your favourite lessons was French. This is true. One of my favourite lessons was French, and actually constitutional law, where I learnt about all of the rules of the country. Okay, so that's the things that you like to do. I know that you were a Girl Guide as well, and you were in the Sea Rangers, and you love to swim, and you love animals. You own your own race horses, and you love dogs, and you created your own breed of dog. But what don't you do as a queen? There are things that you don't do that other kings and queens did in the past. Can you tell me a bit about that? Well, how very dare you? What do you mean, what don't you do? I'm a queen. I do very much nearly everything. What do you mean, what don't you do? How rude. Well, you don't chop off people's heads and you don't put people in the tower. You don't do those things anymore, do you? Or is this something that you keep secret? Oh, yes. No, I see. No, I don't do those things anymore. No, I don't do those. I am a constitutional monarch. I don't run the government. The government is run for me by politicians. And I just am a head of state. I open Parliament, where they set the laws, but I do not make the decisions. Now that makes more sense. So the decisions are made by our government, because we are ruled by the people who have voted for us in elections. Is that right? Yes, that's exactly what I just said when I said I don't make the rules and I open Parliament and I am a constitutional queen. That's exactly what I just said before. Well, I think it is time for me to pop off now. I have to go and see to my dogs and ride my ponies for a bit. I hope you've enjoyed meeting your queen for the day, and I shall see you all later. Have a good day. Well, wasn't that exciting? We got visited by 2 celebrities, the Queen and Dermot Moynihan from the news. Well, that was amazing. Well, I shall see you all here tomorrow, and I think we'll finish the week with a traditional tale. See you soon. Have a lovely day. It's not raining. And who spotted that I've just realised I'm wearing my jumper on inside out? Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.